It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river, and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down. Owens. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Owens. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The Giants had 1-11 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Again, it's Barkley. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Barkley going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Pass the 60, pass the 60. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Back to throw. Owens toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
And his kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Fielded right around the 8. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here at MetLife Stadium to take the season series 2-zip. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Left side to Lamb. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rush was right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit. But it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that shot and still deliver downfield. Showing a little toughness, and the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Bennett. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Bennett. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, check that. Street. Go.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Owens. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete. Nearly intercepted.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Giants on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
Now this is fielded in the end zone.
And he's going to be tackled inside his 10-yard line. May hear a few words from his head coach on that decision.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now this time he'll look to throw. This one complete to Ingram. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Bennett now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And here's Bennett on 1st and 10. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Back to throw. Bennett. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defense.
Touchdown, Cowboys! From 3 yards out. And the Cowboys go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go to Barkley again. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Liking 18. Ready.
On 3rd and 2, Owens. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
It's taken to the 26. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well?
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cowboys have recovered. recovered.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers and quickly.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Benham. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Gay's kick is good.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
On the set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now Bennett to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. off the bootleg. Bennett. He'll buy some time right. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain there of 30 big ones.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Off play action. Bennett. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Owens.
The throw for Tony is intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a short gain here down to the 22.
He was brought down by Foya Sade Aluakin. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now Bennett to throw on 3rd down. Touchdown! A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Running the jet sweep, Thornton. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Owens under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handled.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Well, they just can't get out of their own way right now. And it's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Bennett. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And who's got it? The Giants.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. It's their quarterback. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Cowboys are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
their own 19-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Go, Reed.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up. Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney, 82 yards. And the Giants are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Cowboys make over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Bennett. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he could even...
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23.
84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Barkley inside handoff, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Owens. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
On 1st and 10, Owens. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to him.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
And this is going to be incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the game.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.